G'day, welcome to Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Today I hope to be playing with these two Dinky Toys Humber Hawks. One is a civilian version, the other vehicle is an overpainted ex-police version, to which we hope to restore back to its former glory. The other one will get a touch-up as well. Might as well, because they're both the same vehicles, pretty much the same casting, but one is in more dire need of restoration than the other one. So, are you game enough to see what I do with them? And if you want to come along for that ride, if you wish to, then come with me over to my work area and I hope to see you there. Well, here we are in my work area. Thank you to new friends of the channel for joining us. Thank you for my loyal friends that have stayed with me through this time. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome if you're a first time viewer. So let's have a look at these Humber Hawks. Humber Hawk, Dinky Toys, made in England. It does have a couple of painted numbers down the bottom here. If the camera will focus on it, there we go. Now, it does have a screen in it that's been painted silver. I can only imagine that it's painted silver because it's cracked or broken, and we can see a crack right there. But we have ways of fixing that. As you can see, it has been painted once before. Police version, because it has the roof sign on top, and it also has an aerial to it. If it wasn't for the screen, I probably would have left it alone, because the paint isn't too bad on it. Don't like the colours, but the paint's not too bad. It has 4 tyres on it. Whether they're the original tyres, I think they are, because they are a bit hard. So I'm not even going to attempt to take them off. So that one's in quite good nick. So we're going to try and restore that car back to a police vehicle, because this is the Cops and Robbers event. Here is the other Dinky Toys. As you can see, the base plate is slightly different in that this one has a number which says 165. So I'm assuming this one's a slightly later model. It's in the two-tone, maroon and cream. This one too has all 4 of its tyres. Glass is in good condition. It does have a number plate on it. Let's see if it will focus. Has a couple of paint chips. The window unit seems to be in good order. So no interior. Now, I don't know whether that's a sticker on the screen there, or whether that's damage to the screen. Let me just have a thing with the pick. I'm hoping that's just dirt that's going to come off. Alright, so again, not in too bad an order, but if I can find the right colours, I'll see if I can make these colours. If not, we're going to change the colours on it. Alright, let's go to the next segment where we're going to take this thing apart, these apart. I like to use this burr tool to take the post heads off, the base off the castings, to take the base plates off. Other people like to use drills. Some people have made their own specialty drills to take the post heads off. It's up to you on how you take them off. There's no right way, no wrong way. Do some experiments and see what works for you best. That burr tool works for me best, and I just take enough of the heads off so that I can put the base back on. And I've done it to this one as well, so that they can clip it back into place. Sometimes they need glue, but a lot of the times they don't. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Let's get these apart. And it's not, I still need the pick to get under. Apologies, the handles for shaking you guys. There's our base. Spring steel for suspension. We'll put that there. No interior, as I mentioned a moment ago. So this one, even though that the posts didn't look like they've been taken off, that's silver paint all the way around. And as you can see here, the screen is cracked. So, but we can fix that. We can, so first of all, we'll see if we can get the paint off and see how bad it is. And we may be able to cut that back section off and use the UV resin to make a new screen, or new part screen. But we'll see about that later on in the episode, so you'll have to stick around for it. That leaves us our casting, basically. That is the mushroom post for the police sign. I'm going to leave that on because there's really no need to take it off. There's really no need to take that off. So that's going to stay in place. So that casting needs to go, or wants to go, to the stripping venue. This one here, the same deal. Spring plates, good tyres. Now this one here is held in by a post. So what I'll be doing is using my burr tool, very carefully just take the mushroom head off, and that screen will come out. Now that I'm back at Gravesend, I'll have to have a search in the main garage to see if I've got some tubes that will fit onto a soldering iron, and use Martin Dare's method of getting the plastic screens out. So that will most likely be on the cards in the future episodes. We'll see how we go. In the meantime, I'll take that off camera and we'll go to the next segment. Strippers. Gee, they can be finicky. Well, we've had to resort to doing a hand job on this. Joking there, Joyce. Because the strippers don't like dampness, the current strippers. Not like our previous one who loved to go swimming. But unfortunately we can't use that. We can't use those strippers up here. We have to use a different one. But I'm still investigating on how I can use that better. It may be that I have to resort to another method of stripping. But the sandblasting, I'm still having a lot of condensation or water in the airline. Even though I have a water trap in, I have another one coming for an inline, and hopefully when that gets here, our problems will be solved. The medium that I'm using for the sandblaster is a sand grit medium, and I've tried the glass bead medium. That's doing the same thing as the black sand medium. It clogs up because there's water in the airline. So hopefully we'll get that sorted soon. In the meantime, we've had to excuse me, go to a hand method. We still achieved the same result, nice and shiny. Unfortunately, I didn't film it because I was a bit peed off with our strippers. So anyway, these are going to go into the paint booth soon. So we're going to concentrate on trying to get the paint off that. So we have a solution of disinfectant, and all I've done is bought a cheap one from the local supermarket. Don't need to use Dettol, it's just a disinfectant. So I'm going to put that in there and let that soak for a few hours, and I shall bring you back with the results. What you're seeing is primer on this particular casting. The other car has already been painted. That's in the baking oven as we speak. So I'll show you just a painting of the car. They're all done pretty much the same way. This is going to be the base coat for the colour change on this one. So let's see what sort of mess I can make with this, and hopefully fumble fingers, hello, won't drop the casting like we did previously. So here we go. know we do have an issue with our airbrush. I'll get that sorted, and you'll see these at the reveal. No, we're not. We'll do the glass next. Alright, we fixed our problem. Was a slight blockage in at the needle end. Alright, I'll finish this off now off camera, and we'll do the screens next. Well, we've cleaned up the glass as best we could. If you remember, it was all painted that silver. We can now see inside. It does still have marks on it, but it's definitely a lot better than what it was. It saves me having to purchase another screen, which I wasn't going to do anyway, or for me to make another screen. So I'll put it into the vehicle to have a look to see what it's going to be like. If I think it's all right, or if I'm happy with it, it will stay. If not, I'll make a mould using, well, I can use that screen to make a mould, and we'll make a fresh one using the, sorry about that, using the UV resin. So, next is the reveal. See you then. This is just a reminder as to what I started with at the beginning of this episode. And here we are. Now, here we are with our Dinky Toys 165 Humber Hawks. This is part of the Diecast and Modelers Community Monthly event, which is Cops and Robbers. So, what do we do with them? We stripped them, we've repainted them, of course. Now this one is maybe the robber's car. It's been repainted in a white and a metallic red. We detailed the tail lights, headlights, indicators. We put MOT or registration on it. The police car version here, we've had to do some work on it. Of course, we stripped it, repainted it. We put in the tail lights, indicators, headlights, front indicators. We've put a stripe down the side, or scraped the stripe down the side if you like. We've made new roof signs for it. The bumpers are polished. They're not painted, they're polished. Same thing with the grille. On both vehicles, the same. But the thing that we had to work hard on was the screen. Now the screen's not perfect, but it is a lot better than what it was. As you saw at the beginning of the episode, it was painted silver. So we've done the best what we could with it without having to make a new screen and without purchasing another screen. So we do have some marks on the left-hand side of the vehicle and on a slight cloudiness on the left-hand side. But when it's got, if I can get my tongue in my mouth, but when it goes out on display, we will be, of course, showing the good side. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video.
please like it. Please leave a comment down below. I like reading your comments. And we'll catch you next time at Graves in Australia Diecast Salvage.